Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. Give Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. Give
Turn it up. Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life every good night, you're a high one to hold. Cause you don't even know I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want your sex and your affection when they're holding you close. Cause you don't even know I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap.
Okay, I think the connection is not that okay. Okay, medyo naglalag class. But we'll start now. So good morning. So welcome to our English class. And today, as what I told you a while ago, we'll discuss rather one of the parts of the speech, right? If you have noun, if you have pronoun, if you have discussed somehow about the verb, because last time we discussed about subject verb agreement, we'll focus more on, you know, we'll explore more about this verb. Did you get it? But before that, let's have first some review because I think medyo matagal na when we met for our last English class. And if you remember, our lesson that time is the subject verb agreement. Okay, so this time you are going to okay, I'm just preparing class the slide. You just give sentences or construct a sentence based from the picture that is shown in front of you. Okay, so okay, again, so you're going to form or construct a sentence based from the picture that is shown to you. Okay, so the first thing to do in constructing a sentence from this picture is think of an action word. Okay, and then after you already uh, give or think of the action word that you can use in that sentence, you may now construct the sentence. You get it? So let's start number 1. Okay, so that's the first picture. Okay, think for at least 10 seconds. And then I will call someone to answer. You can actually give name to the person or to to the child who is in the picture. Any name. Okay, anyone? Okay, construct a sentence. Again, I told you, you need to think first of an action word. I'm not allowed here to use although is and are or this linking verb can be used, but do not use this is first. For example, is, baking. So think of the action word and then use that in a sentence. Okay, anyone? Yes, Aliyah. So I'll show again the picture. Go. What is your answer? Or what is your sentence?
Sir, nag-left po.
Oh, nawala. Okay, anyone? Other answers? Okay, let us hear from Hannah. Go, Hannah.
The little boy bakes a cupcake for his mother's birthday.
Okay, what did you use, Hannah? Is it bakes or bake?
Bake,
Again?
bakes po.
Bakes with S. Okay, why? We are referring to a single person. Okay, the little boy. So that is one person. So our clue last time is when we are forming, I mean, dealing with a subject-verb agreement, you need to identify the subject. Is it singular? If it is singular, you're going to use the S form of the verb. Okay, bakes. But if it is a plural noun, for example, they, okay, bake some cookies. So did you get it? Very good. Good job, Hannah. This next is this one. Anyone? Raise your hand if you want to answer. Yes. Let's have Jester. Will you please form a sentence out of the picture? Go.
She eats The vegetable.
Yes, she eats. Okay, that's the S form of the verb because that is a singular noun. Okay, very good. Good job, Jester. Next, we have the next picture, the third one. Okay, raise your hand if you want to answer or to give an example sentence. All right, let's have. Are you raising? I mean, Annika? Yes, Annika, will you please um, give an example sentence for this one, for this picture?
The kids are playing in the garden.
Okay, use play only without R. Reconstruct your sentence. For us to see if we are using the base form of the verb or the S form of the verb. Is it play or plays? Anyone? So we can say here, if you're going to reconstruct that, Anika, you will just say, the kids play. Did you get it? Although that's correct also, using is or are. But a while ago, before we start, I asked you to what? Not include first is or are in the sentence. Okay? Next. Anyone? I think you are having trouble again in when it comes to internet connection. Marami yung nagle-left. Okay, Roshana, will you please give an example sentence for this picture right in front of you?
The boy jumps high.
Very good. Good job. The boy jumps high. That is correct. Okay. Next. Anyone? Go. Yes, Amer. Will you please give an example sentence for this one?
Anna loves studying, so she is the most genius in her class.
Yes, very good. She loves. That's correct, Amer. Good job. Next. I think this is our last picture. Is anyone from the group? Jester again. How about the others? Aliyah. I hope Aliyah you can finish this one. Go, Aliyah.
Jonathan reviews his test.
Yes, reviews. That is correct. Good job for giving sentences out of the picture that is shown right in front of you. This time, so we're going to look what I did yesterday. Okay, because verb has something to do with what, class? Yes, that is an action word. Action. So what I did yesterday, so you need to look back. So anyone who can share what did you do last yesterday or even last week or last weekends or last month, you can actually share that. And please include it. Don't forget to include action word or verb in your sentence. Okay, so what I did yesterday. Anyone who can share? Yes. Same hands. How about Carl? Carl, may I talk to you? So what did you do last time or yesterday? Anything, any activity that you did. Think of it. Ano ba yung ginawa ko kahapon, nung nakaraang araw, or even last week? Okay, so we are, at least sharing our experiences here. Anyone? Yes, let's have Kia. Kia, will you please talk to me? So what I did last time or yesterday, go.
My cousins and I played hide and seek in our backyard.
Okay. So very good, Kia. That is a very good sentence showing what you did yesterday. So, according to Kia, cousins and her what played. Okay, take note of the verb Kia used in the sentence. Played. Why? Based from the activity that we are having now, she is or she was looking back what she did yesterday. So action word can what? Happened. Take note of that. Happened. It means it is already finished. How about this time? What am I doing now? Anyone? What am I doing now? Okay, this is to understand very well the tenses of verb. Yes, Jester.
I am raising my hand now.
I am raising my hand. So actually, class, and a Jester answers is correct, most especially if we will discuss what? If we will discuss on progressive aspect of verb. But who can reconstruct Jester sentence, okay, using only raise or raises? Anyone? Using same sentence. Is it I raise or I raises my hand? Anyone? Aliyah.
Jester raises his hand.
Yes. So if Jester will say that, Jester will say, I raise my hand. But if Aliyah is the one describing, Aliyah would say, Jester, what? Raises his hand. Did you get it? Because I is exempted to the rule, if you remember last time. Next, how about what is my plan for tomorrow? Huwag nyo isama yung beer ha. Ano lang yung picture. What is my plan for tomorrow? Anyone? Yes, what is my plan for tomorrow? Will you please answer this one? Eman. Hello, Eman. What is your plan for tomorrow? Or later, or not, if not tomorrow, later. Or not, if not later, next week. Or this coming Wednesday or Saturday or weekend. Go. How about Percy? Percy, will you please answer this one? What is your plan for this coming days or tomorrow?
Uh, this this coming this coming week, I will I will play games with my classmates.
Yes, very good. I will play games with my classmates. So take note of those time. There are action words that happened. Action word that is happening right now, just like what Jester gave a while ago, and will happen in the future. So those things that we are mentioning right here are, we call it the tenses of verb. So we are focusing here rather verb. Okay? So take note of that. This is a very important part of the speech. Okay, if we have eight, noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, this verb is very important. If you will go back to our previous lesson in the subject verb agreement, it is necessary for us to do what? Yes, to check on our grammar when it comes to what? Writing a sentence and giving the right verb. Okay, if it is base form or if it is S form of the verb. Okay, that is very important. Now, yes, take note. When we are talking about the verb, this is what? Action words. Okay? but if there is an R, that is still included, but there are be verbs. Okay? Is and R can be used. Take note of that. There are be verbs. Is and was for past tense. Are and were for past tense. You get it? Now, before we continue, Okay, will you please give some examples of action words? I will call you one by one, at least one action word. Okay, let's have, okay. Diana, go. Give one example of action word.
Cleaning.
Again,
Cleaning.
cleaning. Okay, will you please give an example of action word that is not in, gerund or without ing? For example, what is, because cleaning is not a verb now. It can become, a noun. Tingnan nyo ha, cleaning. Okay? Pwede siyang maging noun. Cleaning is one of my hobbies during pandemic. Noun na siya, di ba? Kasi nagkaroon na siya ng ing. We call it a gerund. Okay, Diana, paano siya magiging verb talaga? What will be the word? Because, actually, wag kayong malilito class ha. Cleaning can be used as a verb. Pero may kasama dapat siya. Is cleaning, are cleaning. Pero pag solo lang siya, cleaning, okay, that is not what? That is now, can be what? A noun. For example, bike. Okay, biking. Biking now is a noun. Biking is one of my exercises. Okay, early in the morning. Okay. So for that, cleaning is clean or cleans. Did you get it? We're going to give the base form, the S form of the verb. Okay, next. Percy, go give one. Percy, give one. Aliyah, give one. Yes, Aliyah.
Entertain.
Okay, correct. Amer?
A.
Yes. Hannah?
Prepares.
Yes. Diana, again. Give one another. Yes. Jester, go. Proceed to Jester.
Ride.
Correct. Kia?
Cry.
Roshena?
Drink.
Yes. Anika?
Dance.
Amika or Cassie? Not there. Hindi ba ako- can you hear me or not? Angelica. Angelica, give one. Akiko, give one.
Kids.
Okay. How about Miel? Give one. Miel.
Right. Right.
Okay. Sophia. Sophia. Again. Uh, say it again. Yes, although it's not that clear, but I take note of that. Mia. Okay. Next, JM.
Cooks.
Yes, Santara.
Dance.
Okay, next, Eman.
Sleep.
Toby.
Draw.
Yes, Dana.
Right.
Yes, Percy.
Right.
Okay, who's not cold? Arajel. Ara, will you please give one action word? Marius, are you there? Give one action word. Yes, Marius. And how about Carl? Abam is not here. Okay, so we'll continue. So those words that you have given, yes, that is what? Example of action words or verb. Okay, what you have given is actually, these are, yes, simple pa lang, I mean, that is class in present form or simple base form or S form of the verb. Okay, take note. Verbs what? Happened, happens, or will happen. That is tenses. There are three time or three, that is why we have time expressions for each. So take note of the time expressions. To know if it is past tense, it should happen what? Yesterday. Last year. Last month. May mga last. Okay? Or happens, let's say, today. Or can be every day. Okay? So if you have seen this every day in a sentence, it means that is what? Happening right now. Today. And then will happen, that can be tomorrow. Can be next day. It can be next time. Or it can be this coming weekend. That are what? Those are, we call them time expressions. So you need to look for this time expression in a sentence to know if the action happened yesterday or in the past, happening in the present, right now, or happening, or will happen rather, in the future. So you need to look for that time expressions. Did you get it? For example, past. So we have walk, walks. That is correct. It can be two. It can be base form or S form. Present. I mean that, yes, that is baliktad class. I-edit ko lang ng saglit ha. So this is okay, present. And this is past. Okay, take note of this. Present, past is walked. And then future will walk. Play, plays, played. It was given also a while ago in the Dep Ed TV. Played and will play. Clean, cleans, cleaned. Will clean. Cook, cooks, cooked, and will cook. Erase, erases, erased, and will with erase, walang D. I will edit. Okay. There you have it. So these are the examples. But let's remember, this is easy if you are using this kind of verb. Walk, walks. Walked, will walked. But how about if we have we have irregular verbs? Because we have some regular verbs. And regular verbs, we'll just add ed or d to the sentence. That is for regular verbs. For example, for accept, accepted. So it's easy, right? Agree, agreed. Ask, asked. Believe, believed. So that's easy. Call, called. Close, closed. Easy, right? But how about for irregular verbs? Okay? These irregular verbs, when we give the past tense, the spelling is what? Change. For example, for swim, that is swam. Okay? For teach, that is taught. Buy, that is bought. Okay? So remember, in dealing with this verb, there are verbs that are regular and irregular. For regular, you will just add ed or d to the verb. If it is an irregular verb, there is what? A change in spelling. Okay? Will you please give an example, class, of an irregular verb? Anyone? Yes, Jester. Jester is eating. Yes, Jester? Give example of an irregular verb.
Eat.
Eat. Correct. Jester is eating. So eat. So what is the past form? The past form is ate, right? It ate. Did you get it? So the spelling is changed. So if it has happened in the past, nagbabago yung spelling niya. Take note of those irregular verbs. Okay, what else? Roshana, will you please give an example of irregular verbs?
Go went.
Again. Can you say it?
Go went.
Very good. That is correct. Go, went. So I know you're familiar with this. You will not dwell on this part, but I'll ask one more example from Eman. Eman, will you please give another example of irregular verb?
No, new.
Yes. No, new. Okay? So if you're going to write this in a sentence, definitely, okay, let's give an example here. All right, so let's use the board. Okay? For example, she knows that the online class, right? She knows that they have an online class at, sorry, 8 a.m. Or pwede namang, she knows that she has. Pwede yun. Okay. For the past form, she knew the answer to the questions from yesterday's she knew the answer to the questions from the test yesterday. Okay, take note of this. The present form is she knows that she has an online class at 8 a.m. For the past is she knew the answer to the questions from the tests yesterday. So take note, there is what a time expression, yesterday. Okay, did you get it? And she knows that she has an online class at 8 a.m. So she is, singular, so you are using the S form of the verb. She knows. But if you're going to use they know. Okay, that they have an online class at 8 a.m. Okay, so definitely, so this first two examples here, so this is what? In present. Okay, the second example here is in the past. And if you're going to give another example right here, in future, so you can say she will know the answer if she will study harder. So she will know the answer if she will study harder. So take note. Have you seen the difference between these three? Okay. But I said you can put time expressions for each, especially for past and future tenses. All right. So I hope this is clear. Now let's go back in this one. Another examples of regular and irregular verbs. Yes. Again, for regular, that's easy. But for irregular, take note. Okay? Swim, teach. Teach is taught, and then buy, bought. Speak, spoke. Sell, sold. But there are some words, class, that are the same. For example, for cut, cut. Cut also. For there are some words that there's pronunciation varies. For example, for read. Read. What is the past form for read? Read. Nagbasa, nagbabasa or nagbasa. Read. Same spelling, right? But how you're going to pronounce it, Aliyah?
Red.
Correct. So take note of that. So when you are reading a sentence and you know that that's in a past form, you need to read that as read. Okay? Now, another thing, class, that you need to consider in this, discussion about verb are the past participle. Because later we're going to use that in our discussion after some break. So how are we going the past participle of the verb? Okay? So for regular verbs, it's easy because the past form of the verb is the past participle of the verb also. Take note, the past participle is same with the past form of the verb for regular verbs. For example, for accepted, the past participle is also accepted. For agreed, the past participle is also agreed. Okay? For ask, same. But look at irregular verbs. Can you see the difference now? Yes. The present is different from the past form, and the past participle is still different from the past form. But sometimes same pronunciation, or there are times same with the past. Not all. For example, for swim, that is swam, swam also. Teach, taught, past participle is also taught. For example, same with buy, bought, and bought. Look at for spoke. Speak, spoke. Now the past participle is spoken. Okay? Do, did, done. Okay? Another. And what other words have different past participle? Wore, wear, wore, worn. Another. Write, write, right, as in you're writing. Write, wrote, written. Okay? So that's the difference. For read, the same. Read, same spelling. Read, read, read. Take note of that. For cut, same. Cut, cut, cut. Same. So, Roshena's example a while ago, tingnan nyo class yung nasa go. Go, went, gone. See? And for put, same. Put, put, put. Look at for the run. Ran. Oh, ran. Ran. And then we'll go back to the same spelling. Ran. Okay? Look at for eat. Eat. Ate. Eaten. See? So, as you reference for more irregular verbs in its past participle, so I want you to get your book, and there are some example of past participle there. Okay, saan na ba? So I will look for that. Yes, that is on page 11 of your Essential English. Okay. So again, why we need to know this, past participle of the verb for us to what? Later in our next discussion, we're going to use this. When we are now on the aspect of verb, we're using the past participle of the verb. Okay? So, any question regarding this regular or irregular verb, or even all the things that we have discussed? Do you have any question? Did you get it? Yes? Thumbs up if yes. Okay. Now, we'll have some, walang sound kay Ara, some 10-minute break before we continue with the aspect. Because tenses somehow is, plus iba kasi yung tenses sa aspect. So in tenses, I will explain again. Okay, for tenses. Okay. We have only present, past, and future. Okay, so these are tenses. So again, for tenses of verb, okay, we have definitely past, present, and future. So this is easy. So this is just a review. So why I am reviewing this one? Because we will need this as to understand aspect of verb. And again, aspect is different from, tenses. So later we'll have aspect of verb. And that's another topic. Okay. Now, before we go, okay, I want you to give example of, at least two of you, give example of past, present, and future tense of the verb using an example word. For example, write. Okay. So this will be the example for that. For past, she wrote, huwag namang she kasi she na kanina. Let's say RJ wrote a letter for his mom last week. Okay. So in this example, if you notice, okay, there is what? Ayan. A time expression. What is a time expression that we use? Okay, that is last week. That is happened in the past. Look at the verb. Since it happened in the past, that is wrote. So present, RJ writes a letter every day. Okay, so look at the time expression. We have every day, and then we use the present form of the verb, writes, because it's happening right now. Okay, so in the future, we can say RJ will write a letter for his dad working abroad. Okay, look at this example. RJ will write a letter for his dad working abroad tomorrow. So there's a time expression, which is tomorrow. And then the word, look at that, we'll add will. Actually, it's will or shall. Okay, that's the tenses of verb. Get? You get it? Yes. Or anyone, at least two, give an example. One past form, one present form, and one, one future tense. Anyone? So you raise your hand if you want to answer. Or use the word write. Or any word, any action word. Okay, go. Give examples for those three. Okay, Carl. Go, Carl.
Past form, awake.
Go.
Present form, awoke. Future,
Will you please use that in a sentence, Carl? I'll give you time for this. Okay, we'll have 10-minute break before we continue with the aspects because it's already 8:44. We'll go back. We'll still have, discussion after this. So while having a break, pwedeng naka, ano lang kayo, class, naka-unmute and naka, ano lang muna ng camera and pwedeng mag-CR or kumain. So, you're going to construct, sentences in past, present, and future tenses. Okay? So, later I'm going to ask you about that. So, first word. First word, okay, walk. Okay, right there, write it. First word, walked. So three examples, one past form, one present, and one future. Second example is, or second word is, buy. Buy. And the third one, tatlo lang, class. The third one is create. Okay? Again, number one, walked. Walk. Number two, buy. And number three, create. And then later, at 9:56 or 9:56, I mean 8:56 or 9, we'll go back and we'll continue with our discussion on the aspect of verb. And I will call someone to read his or her work. Okay? So may now start now. O pwede mo na mag-break time. Go to the CR, comfort room, or you may eat your snacks. 10-minute break starts now. Are you there? Are you ready? Please say yes, chat box, on the chat box if you're there already. Yes, you're there. Okay, we'll start now. So before we took our break a while ago, I asked you to at least write 3 sentences for each action word. And these words are walk, buy, and create. So you call someone to recite or give his or her sentences. Volunteer. Who wants to give example sentences for walk? Anyone? Cassie, go. Read it aloud. Go, Cassie. Amika, go. Not ready? Jester. Jester, go. Will you please open your camera, Jester, before you speak? Not yet ready? Okay, let's have Amer. Go.
Walk. Present tense. My mother walked every day to go to the grocery. Past tense. Tom walked to school yesterday because the school bus is broken. Future tense. I will walk to school later.
Okay. Very good, that's correct. But check for, the verb that you use for mother. It should be mother. My mother's walks, okay? Because it is singular noun. But the second sentence, um, I walked because the bus is broken, so that's correct. I will walk later, that is also correct. Okay, next. How about for buy? So the past form, the verb is irregular, so you need to change the spelling, right? Anyone can read his or her answer. Later, you're going to take some photos of the answers, like take some photograph and send it to me through the messenger or via messenger. Anyone for buy? Raise your hand. Example here. Mm, who's racing? Who's racing? Diana. Okay, Diana, will you please give examples or I mean your sentences? Read it.
Jack
Begin.
usually Jack usually buys his grocery on Saturday. He
Okay,
bought
next.
he bought the painting last week. A
Next.
new book will be bought for that child.
Okay, a new book will be bought. Mhm. Or rephrasing the third one. Correct. The sentences in one and two are correct. Very good. Okay, but to make it like, following the pattern that we use, pwede mo namang sabihin, you can actually say it, Diana, in the third sentence, she will buy a new book. Okay? She will buy a new book for her friend or whatsoever. Okay, that's correct. And the last one, create. Create or create. Percy, go Percy.
Create. Carl create. Create. Carl creates a DIY flower for his mother's birthday.
Okay, very good.
Created. Carl created a card pyramid last week.
Mm-hmm. Future.
Future. Carl will create a small house for his dog.
Very good. That's correct. All correct for, the example given by Percy for create. Very nice. So very good, Amar, Diana, and Percy for giving your answers. Again, I will remind you that you will send it to me later after the class. Now we'll proceed to the aspect of verb. So I am mentioning this a while ago about the aspect of verb. Now in this, ang layo pala. Okay, in this aspect of verb class, okay, if a while ago we have the tenses, and in tenses of verb that is like definite, okay, it means you know that it happened in the past or yesterday, happening now, or happening in the future. So you are sure with the time when we talk about tenses. Okay, again, so I will write it here para ma-recall. So for tenses of verb, again, so you are sure, okay, mag-share muna pala kung hindi nyo pala nakikita. Okay, for tenses of verb, you are sure that, it happened in the past or happening now or happening in the future, so that is definite. Okay, take note of the word that is definite. So another word for definite is you are sure that the action is what happened in the past, yesterday, happening now, or happening in the future. So tatlo lang naman yun, class. Okay, take note of these three. But for aspects, Okay. This is indefinite. Okay. So if we have definite time for tenses, for aspect, this is indefinite. So you are not that sure of the time. Okay, so let's go there. There you have it. But before that, let's define it first. Take down notes if you can. So aspect of verb is same, an action that happened where? At an indefinite time. Take note, indefinite time. So you're not sure exactly the time. Sa tenses, madali class. That's definite. If may ed, past tense. Kapag S form, or based from the verb that is present. If there is like will or shall, that is in a future tense. But here, we are not sure of the time. So we have two types or two kinds here. So today, this morning, we'll have perfect. And later in the afternoon, together with adjective, we'll have progressive. Okay? We'll have first perfect today. So in perfect aspect of verb, there are three. Take note of these three: past perfect, present perfect, and future perfect. So we'll have first the past perfect. So in this past perfect tense of the verb, take note, it expresses an action completed in the past, okay, before another action happened. Again, past perfect expresses an action. What kind of action? Completed in the past before another action happened. So we'll have a pattern. So you need to follow the pattern. If you see this pattern, had plus past participle form of the verb, that is past perfect. Okay? So take note of the pattern. Had plus past participle form of the verb. Okay? So example, had finished. Finish is the past participle of the verb finish. So same lang sila na class kasi yung finish is an irregular verb. I mean, finish is a regular verb. So look at the sentence. He had just finished playing his guitar when his parents arrived. Okay? So I will please take note of the verb that we use. He had just finished playing his guitar when his parents arrived. So if you look back sa ating, definition, expresses an action completed in the past before another action happened. So what, what action completed in the past? Playing guitar. You are done playing guitar when your parents arrived. Okay? So there are two situations here. One that is completed before another action, happened. So he had just finished playing his guitar when his parents arrived. Okay? Next, we'll proceed to the number 2 example. That is present perfect. So how are we going to identify this one? It expresses an action that was completed sometime in the past or is still continuing in the present. Take note. Completed sometime in the past, but is still continuing in the present. So these are the patterns, or this is the pattern. Has or have plus past participle form of the verb. Okay? Now, yung pinaka-clue yung class na gamitin dito is pag past, kaya nga past, had. Pag present, has or have. You get it? Yun yung pinaka-clue natin. Had for the perfect tense and has or have for the present perfect. Example, has gone. Okay? Take note, bakit gan yung ginamit? That is the past participle form of the word go. Diba? Go is the present. Past is went. Gone is the past participle. So what we're going to use? The past participle of the verb. Has gone. So the example sentence, she has gone to many places since she became a ballerina. Again, she has gone to many places since she became a ballerina. So that is in the present perfect. Next, the last one is the future perfect. So in the future perfect, we have what? Describe an action that will still be completed sometime in the future. Okay? So when siya makukompleto? Completed when? Sometime in the future. So the pattern here is will or shall have. Will or shall have plus past participle form of the verb. Example, will have helped. So the example sentence, the trainer will have helped him perfect his skill by the time he performs in public. Okay? So kailan siya makukumpleto? Okay? By the time he performs in public. Did you get it? So ano yung clue? Using will or shall. So review. Okay, let's review. For this aspect of verb, again, this is indefinite. Yung kanina, yung tenses that is definite, you are sure. You are sure na nangyari siya nung kahapon. Nangyari siya ngayon. Nangyayari siya ngayon. Or mangyayari pa lang siya sa hinaharap. You are sure with that. And that is tenses of verb. But how about aspect of verb? You are not sure of the time. This is indefinite. That is why we need to look for the examples. And again, we have two aspects of verb here. One is perfect and the other one is progressive. So ano muna yung binibigay ko ngayon? Perfect. We have three kinds of perfect aspect of verb. We have past, present, and future perfect. Ano yung pagkakaiba ng tatlo? What are the differences? For past perfect, the pattern is had plus past participle. Take note, kahit yun na muna yung tinan nyo class, yung pattern na yon, had plus past participle. For perfect or present perfect, has or have plus past participle. And for future perfect, okay, that is, the pattern is will or shall have past participle. So to understand fully, so isusulat ko dito class ha. So again, nasaan pa tayo? Perfect. And for number one, that is past perfect. So para madaling maintindihan, ano yung clue natin dito? Kasi we have number 2 pa eh, present perfect. And number 3, we have future perfect. Okay. For the past perfect, what is our pattern? Had. Take note, plus past participle. Pattern is important, but you need to analyze very well the sentence. Nasusunod niya ba yung rule for past perfect? Okay? For the present perfect, our pattern is has or can be have plus past participle of the verb. And for future, definitely we have here, okay, will or shall have plus past participle. Okay. So, i-highlight natin isa-isa para ano. Puro 1. Kasi na nga natin tong 1. Yan na lang. Okay, again. There you have it. So, for the perfect tense, we have past perfect. Our pattern is had plus past participle. For present perfect, we have has or have plus past participle of the verb. And then for future perfect, we have will have or shall have plus past participle of the verb. Okay, did you get it? All right. So, why we are using had in the past perfect? Kasi nga kalas ang past form ng has is had. Past form ng have is had. Ang has for singular. Ang have, that is for plural. Pero pag nasa past form na, singular or plural, pareho lang yung gagamitin. Had. Okay? And then for future, we'll just use will or shall have. Did you get it? So let's have an example. Okay. So let me see. We'll write a sentence here. You're going to identify whether it is a past perfect, present perfect, or future perfect. Okay. Example sentence. Alan had just finished eating his dinner when his friend Arnie came. So that is the first sentence. What is that? Is it past perfect, present perfect, or future perfect? Anyone? Okay. Do you have show me board there? Do you have some board there? Will you please get it? In count of 5, you write your answer, and then on count of 3, you're going to flash it. Is it past perfect, future perfect, or present perfect? So the sentence is Alan had just finished eating his dinner when his friend Arnie came. Okay, are you ready now to show your answers? So you will just write past perfect, present perfect, or future perfect. Okay, let me see your answer in count of 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let me see. Okay, so almost all of you got a correct answer. That is very good. Will you please give a score for that? That is past perfect. Good job. So what is our clue that this is a past perfect? Okay, take note of our pattern. Had plus past participle. But hindi lang yung titingnan nyo, class. Okay? You are going to look also for, the definition, which is, dapat sa past perfect ay may action na completed na sa past, action that is completed in the past before another action happened. So it means, in this example, ano yung nakompleto ni Allen? Yung pagkain niya. Natapos na siyang kumain nang dumating yung kapatid niya, ay yung kaibigan niya. So there are two situations or two actions happening here. One is completed before, ano ulit yun? Before yung isa pa ay dumating or nangyari. Do you get it? So next, we have example number 2. Okay. For question number 2, the teacher shall have eaten her chicken when the time she orders for lunch. The teacher shall have eaten her chicken by the time she orders for lunch. What is that? Is it past perfect, future perfect, or present perfect? Okay, ready? Go. Write your answer. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So almost, bakit konti na kayo? Nasaan na yung iba? Okay, mahina na yung connection. That is correct. The answer is future perfect. Okay, another score for that. What is our clue here? So look, shall have. Okay, that is our clue. A while ago, had just finished. So had plus past participle here, shall have eaten. Okay. Next. Okay, number 3. They had just done playing patintero when Alma came to join. Ready? Go. So the sentence, they had just done playing patintero when Alma came to join. Okay, na count of 3, 2, 1, go. Flush your answer. Okay. I can see that your answers are almost correct. Almost all of you got a correct answer. The correct answer is, that is right, past perfect. Very good. Good job for having like 3 points now. Okay, let's proceed to question number 4. Lori. Okay, question number 4. Yeah, there you go. Lori has been to many stores since she arrived at Divisoria. Lori has been to many places or to many stores since she arrived at Divisoria. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. Okay, flash your answer. Okay, I can see that you are, you know, showing a correct answer here, and I'm very happy for that. Very good. So you got correct answer. The answer there is present perfect. Okay, another point for that. Okay, next, let's proceed. Okay, last question. Wala nang space. So I will use another page now. All right, so we have number 5. Okay, number 5, they will have cooked dinner by the time the guests arrive. Okay, what is that? Is it past perfect? Is it present perfect? Or is it future perfect? Okay, and 3, 2, 1, flash your answer. Show me your answer. Okay, so that is, yes, that is future perfect. Why? Our clue here is the word will. Okay? Will. A while ago, ang clue natin dito, has been. Dito naman, had just done. Okay. So, susundin nyo lang yung pattern na binigay kanina. Okay? So, later, please write your score sa ating GC. And then, personal message nyo ko, class, dun sa inyong sinagutan kanina dun sa walk, create, and buy. Picture nyo yun and send nyo din sa akin. So, who got 5? Yes. So that is for perfect aspect. Later, class, in the afternoon, before we go to adjective, magdi-discuss pa tayo ng isang aspect. That is progressive. Okay? Okay. Review. For tenses of verb, we have 3, right? What are those 3 tenses of verb? Anyone who can mention those 3 tenses of verb? Kanina yon, review lang to. What are those 3 tenses of the verb? Yes, Kia.
Past, present, and future tense.
Yes, the past, present, and future tense. That's easy to understand. Why? Because that is definite. So alam mo na nangyayari siya in the past, alam mo na nangyayari in the present or in the future. Did you get it? But aspect of verb that is indefinite. Take note of that class ha. Ulitin ko. For tenses, that is definite. For aspect, that is indefinite. Okay? So ano yung example natin ng aspect of verb? We have just discussed this. Hamer?
Past perfect, future perfect, and present perfect.
Yes. That is right. That is for the perfect aspect of verb. So we have 3 also for that. Same. Kung ano yung sa tenses, same. Meron siyang past, meron siyang present, and meron siyang future. Okay? So aspect na yon. Mamayang hapon or later in the afternoon, same. Meron pa ulit 3. Yun naman ay yung past progressive, present progressive, and future progressive. So we'll know what are the differences with those 3 progressive aspect of verb. Bakit siya tinawag na progressive? Alright? So we will just have that later in the afternoon kasi baka I guess you are bombarded with too many things. Okay? So, may sasagutan lang kayo sa link. Mamaya, isi-send ko yung link. You're going to answer the evaluation or quizzes. Let me see kung talagang naunawaan yung ating naging activity for today. But, before you answer, mag-review muna. Ano yung i-review? Isa sa i-evaluate ko, class, yung pagbibigay ng past participle. For example, what is the past participle of eat? The answer there is eaten. Iba yung past participle sa past form, okay? Ang past form of the verb is ate. Ang past participle is eaten. So kung hinihingi ko is what is the past participle of the verb eat, so that is eaten. Okay? So i-review niyo yung mga nasa page 11 kasi baka doon kukunin yung sagot or yung question. But for fall, fall, fell, ang past participle niya is fallen. Okay? So, review. Mag-review muna bago ko i-send. So, siguro mag-send ako after 10 minutes ng question. That is 10 questions for the lesson that we have this morning. And then in the afternoon, we'll have progressive and adjectives naman. Okay? So, that is for today. So, see you later 1 a.m. So, 1 p.m. Still will have English. Then bukas kasi kaso wala tayo. Supposedly we'll review science mamaya. Kasi tapos na naman natin yung science. So ang hinintay ko na lang yung inyong project sa science. Please send it to me. Until today na lang yun. And then yung sa mathematics naman, we're done with the discussion. So we'll have some review na lang. So ang gagawin ko na lang is we'll send questions. You're going to choose the letter of the correct answer. And then we'll meet another time, another one meeting. Tapos i-check natin yung naging exam na yun. Let me see kung from week 1 to 8 is nakuha nga talaga yung lesson. Or mayroon tayong kailangang balikan na lesson. Get it? So that is for today. See you next time. See you later. Class, bye for now. But see you at 1 p.m. God bless you all.
Sir, yun lang po ba yung assignment natin?
Yung link?
Opo.
Yes.
Okay po,
Yan
thanks
lang.
po. Bye po, thank
Pero
you
mag-review
po.
muna. Mag-review muna.
Bye po, sir, thank you po.
Bye-bye po.
Eh, God bless you
Bye,
all.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.